Hello folks, how are you doing? Don Kelly here. Happy Wednesday to you all. Or is it Thursday? I'm not sure. We forget what day we have with everything that's going on. I hope you're all keeping well. So today I'm just going to talk about leg pain. So as you can see from the heading, not all leg pain is rooted in the leg. In other words, you might be presenting with leg pain, you might have leg pain in the front, the back or the calves, but I'm going to discuss today, even though you have the pain there, it mightn't be coming from there, if that makes sense. It could be rooted from someplace else. The other day I spoke about not all back pain is rooted in the back. Okay, so we're kind of similar to that. We're talking about not all leg pain is rooted in the leg. Okay, so just because you've leg pain doesn't mean it's the leg that's the problem. It can be coming from somewhere else. God, I overcomplicated that a little bit. But there you go. So, right. Okay, let's talk about some leg pains, all right? For example, if you are getting pain in the back of your leg, let's say the hamstrings, from the backs of your legs, your thighs, the back of your legs, your hamstrings, okay? If you're getting pain there, it doesn't necessarily mean that the pain that you're getting there is because of a muscle injury there or a problem in that particular region. All right. Pain can refer down the leg. It's referred pain or radicular pain, whatever you want to call it. So it means the pain that you could be getting in your leg can be referred or coming from another source in the body, okay? And we're going to talk about some of those. One reason why you could be getting pain down the back of your leg would be bulging discs in the back. All right, that's one particular reason. So if there's a disc bulging, hitting on the nerve root, it will refer pain, and it can refer pain down the backs of your leg. Okay, generally it goes down one leg. It's commonly known as sciatica. All right, so that's a typical, possibly the most common form of leg pain is sciatic pain, and people would come in and complain, oh, I have sciatica, I have sciatica. Sciatica is the name, all right? So sciatica is the nerve that runs down the leg, and that nerve gets impinged somewhere along the line. So usually it can be impinged at the lumbar region, okay? L2, L3, L4, L5. Either way, depends on which nerve root is impinged, will determine which part of the leg the pain goes down. We're not going to talk about that because you don't really care which nerve is impinged. You just want to know why is there pain going down your leg. So, if there's a nerve impinged in the back, in any of the lumbar area, that can refer pain into the leg. Okay, so that's a referral type pain, a radiculopathy, whatever you want to call it. The pain is in the leg, but it's not the leg that's causing the problem. Does that make sense? So there's a nerve impingement somewhere in the back. That can be one reason why the leg pain is not rooted at the leg. Okay, and it depends on which nerve is impinged can determine which part of your leg gets the pain. All right, so as a general rule, not always the case, it tends to be if the nerve is impinged at the root, okay, at the root of the nerve, that tends to travel further down the leg into the foot. All right, not always the case, but it can be. Sometimes, everyone is different. It's not always the case, but it can be. But what the basic message you need to get is, if you're getting leg pain, and no matter what part of the leg you're getting the pain in, it can there's a good chance that it's coming from an impinged nerve in your back, usually in the lumbar area. Okay. Now, another cause of leg pain that you can get doesn't necessarily come from the lumbars in your back. It can come just before that, and it's called the sacrum. Okay, and the sacrum is the bone that's in between your two hip bones. Okay, so your hip bone, and at the back, your sacrum. It's called the sacroiliac joint. And that's a very, very important joint. Okay, so in my experience, the nerve can get jarred, it can get caught in there as well. All right, and if that tends to happen, you will find you can get pain in the upper part of the leg. This is in my experience now. The pain can tend to be in the upper part, into the groin, into the glute, and kind of halfway down the leg, not quite as far as the knee. Sometimes it will go to the knee, but not as far. So it tends to be around the groin, the hip, the glute, the butt, and a bit down the leg, halfway down the upper leg. Okay, and in my experience, I find if there's pain presenting in that region, I will always look, I will always check that joint, the sacrum, the area, the sacroiliac joint. Because if there's impingement there, in my experience, it's that region, the groin, the hip, the glute, and halfway down the leg, you will present with pain. It doesn't go down the whole way of the leg, okay? And you will always find a little bit of stiffness in the hip and in the lower back. And if that area is dysfunctional, as we call it, this is the region in the leg where you can present with pain in the leg, okay? And a good little indicator, in my opinion, if that is the area that can be causing a lot of discomfort, is that you will find it quite difficult if you're sitting for a long period of time and then you try stand up from your sitting position. You'll find that'll be stiff, it'll be sore, and you have to slowly get up, and then as you move on, it tends to ease out a little bit. That's a good indicator from my point of view that if you have any referral pain into the leg, it's coming from that region. All right, so that's a sacroiliac type problem. Another reason why you could have leg pain and the problem isn't rooted in the leg is a syndrome called piriformis syndrome. And this is where there's a nice hip external rotator muscle deep in your, it's behind your glutes. Look, it's in your butt, okay? And it's deep within the butt. And this is a big muscle that does, it's fairly big enough muscle. And its main job is to do hip external rotation. So it moves your hip out, rotates your hip out. And if that muscle is in trouble, it can mimic, it can create pain down the leg, okay? And it can go down the whole leg and create a type of sciatic type pain. So the pains can be similar, but they're coming from different areas, all right? But the main point of this is if the piriformis muscle is giving you a bit of trouble or a bit of jip, it's deep within the butt, okay? But because the sciatic nerve passes through it, if it's in trouble, it will impinge that sciatic nerve and the pain will travel down your leg, usually the back of your leg, okay? It's a piriformis type syndrome. So this is another area where even though you're presenting with leg pain, it's not actually the leg, it's coming from a muscle deep within your butt called the piriformis, all right? And that's another particular reason why you could have leg pain that's not actually rooted in the leg, but it's coming from somewhere else. So we're talking about bulging discs in the lower back, in the lumbars. We're talking about a dysfunction at the sacroiliac joint, all right? And we're talking about the piriformis, the muscle that's in the butt, deep within the gluteal muscles there, okay? They're just 3 examples of how you could have leg pain. I could talk more, fallen arches, flat feet, absolutely. If you flat feet, they will create a lot of stress and a lot of torsion on the sacroiliac joint, which can present with this type of pain that I'm talking about into the leg, the piriformis sacroiliac joint dysfunction type pain. Also, you could be getting leg pain because you have a leg discrepancy, all right? One leg may be shorter than the other, okay? And that will, again, put a torsion, put an imbalance on the sacroiliac joint and cause leg pain. Okay, you could have osteoarthritis in the spine, osteoporosis in the spine. Again, that can cause leg pain. All right, because these muscles can refer, these vertebrae, if they're causing dysfunction, can refer pain down the leg. So the basic message is, guys, if you have leg pain, it's not always the leg that's the problem. It can be coming from somewhere else. And so just be aware of that. And anyone out there who's had treatments previously before anywhere and are getting leg pain, be it at rest or be it training or running or exercising, if you're getting leg pain and you've had treatment on your leg, but the leg pain is still there, the chances are the pain isn't rooted in the leg. You need to look somewhere else. Okay, so check out your lumbars, your spine, your sacroiliac joint, your piriformis, your gluteal muscles. Again, you know, if they're stiff, they'll refer pain down. Not the whole leg, but they can go in around the hip and the groin as well. All right, so there are a few tips. How do you alleviate it? Do plenty of mobility exercises. You know, get mobility before you get strength. I tell that to everyone. Movement is medicine. Stay moving, do some yoga, stretch out these particular muscles. If the pain is waking you at night, or if you're getting any neurological symptoms, pins and needles, numbness, loss of power within the legs, these are fairly serious conditions and you should be getting those medically checked. Like any condition, if it's going on a long time, go to your GP, go to your doctor, get these things medically checked first of all. You know, especially if any exercise you're doing are not alleviating the pain. Also, if any exercise you're doing is making the pain worse, you got to stop that as well. Don't do anything that's agitating it. There should never be pain. Never be pain when you're doing your exercise. Okay? So as I say, movement is medicine. Stretching, walking, stretching. And when you get your mobility and flexibility and you're happy that you have that, you can look at doing some light strengthening exercises to keep the strength in those muscles. But that's another story. All right, I hope that information helps you guys. Any queries, anything, just ask, send me an email, drop me a line. I'll be more than happy to get on to send you a program that I feel may help you. It's my time. I've loads of time, so send a message, share this with anyone you know. I'm here to help you. Consider me your free online physical therapist. I'm here for you, okay? So until I get called up by the HSE, if that ever happens to help out with all this drama, I'm here for you. So lads, don't be shy, okay? I'm posting every other day. Don't be afraid, you know, ask a question, send me an email. Don't worry about it. I'll help you as best I can. All right? Okay, that's me, guys. Have a great day, and I will talk to you all soon, and thanks for tuning in. Feel free to share this video with anyone you think it may help. Okay? God bless you all, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.